Hi, I'm Kelly Sinkowski, and I'm going to talk to you about the Blackboard AI Design Assistant tools that should increase your student engagement in a course. So there's multiple different AI Design Assist tools built into Blackboard. I'm going to call these auto-generate tools because when you see the little symbol in your course, the double star symbol, it actually will say auto-generate in many of the instances on your screen. So different things that Blackboard can assist you with are images for modules, rubrics, discussion prompts, journal prompts, test questions, modules, assignment suggestions. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Document format questions, conversations. Conversations are new. We're going to dive into that one a little deeper. So all of these different tools are already built into Blackboard. The beauty of the Design Assist tools are it uses your own course content. So it's not, feeding the large language models or anything like that. It's using whatever is in your course to come up with the different auto-generate prompts. So it's a huge time saver and a great way to ideate different assignments using your own content. Um, you know, Creating rubrics, which is not everybody's favorite thing to do. It's a great way to even put in assignment description and then it will generate your rubric for you. You can edit it, tailor it, customize it. And the same with all of these. You can edit any of this, tailor it, customize it. It's just a way to get you started, save you a ton of time. You can then even put in course objectives if you're looking for some type of assignment that's going to, meet one of your course objectives or multiple course objectives. You can put that also in the description piece and let it auto-generate one of these items for you. So it's a huge time saver, but just to focus on the fact that it does use your own content for what it's pulling from, either your whole course or different modules or items in your course you can use to auto-generate. So discussions and journal prompts, also assignments. Much of it looks the same when you click on the auto generate button, if you will, on your screen. And if you look at the right hand side, the larger picture here, this is what is going to pop up. And at that point, you can put whatever you want in that description field. So again, you can put your course description in there if you're looking for assignments for your whole course. You can put your learning objectives in there. If you're generating a rubric, you can put your assignment description in there, and then it's going to generate ideas. Now you can regenerate. If you don't like any of these ideas, then you regenerate it. If you find one you like, you just select the little bubble next to it, and on the bottom right, you'll just click apply, and it'll go into your course. And at that point, it's like any other item. You can, if you've done an assessment, an assignment piece, discussion, any of these things, journals, you can then go and edit it just like you would anything else. You might decide you like the first half of that suggestion, but not the second half, and you can tailor that to your needs. Now, the other item that I wanted to point out in the slide, and I have enlarged it on the left-hand side, if you select the select course items button, then as you see highlighted here, it is then going to open up your course options. So do you want a particular item? Do you want to do, say, module 7? Do you want to say, I want it module 7, but on this document? Or if it's a video and you have a transcript in there, it'll pull from that as well, and it'll create discussions or journals or anything you want to do, assignments. Then there's a desired cognitive level on many of these options. So these are all the Bloom's taxonomy, so you can apply, analyze, evaluate, create, whatever you want them to do. And maybe you're looking for an assignment that says analyze something in your course because you already have an evaluate, you already have a create at the end of the semester. This is a really great way to ideate different things for your course, but again, using your content. And we're going to take a look at a live course in just a moment, but this is what the screen will look like for the most part. And you can really dig down into what content you want that to do. So conversations, I would like to spend a little bit more time on. And how you get to all these is just doing the purple plus in your course, click create, Then you still click like you normally would on discussion, assignments, journal, any of those. And at the very bottom of that list is AI conversations now. So that's how you kind of get to these screens is just do the purple plus, create, and then select the item that you'd like. Tests are you if you want to auto generate this in a test, you do the same thing, create your test, and then when you click the purple plus inside your test, when you're ready to add a question, the first option will say auto generate. So you can do that as well in a test. That's the only one that doesn't have the same type of screen. The rest of these look very similar. In addition, so it doesn't look the same, is conversations, because this is a completely new item from anything we've had. So conversations you can use either as a Socratic questioning or role play. Now, just based on student feedback, Socratic questioning can be very frustrating if it goes too long because it's always questioning everything you just answered, right? So I don't actually use that in my courses, and most of the faculty I work with use the role play. Because role play is then adding that authentic, relevant learning piece into your course. So, how do they apply what they have learned in your full course, if you want to do this midterm or end of semester, or even in a module? What did they learn in your content in that module? How are they going to apply that in a real world scenario? For instance, I've created things like I teach graduate students here whenever they need me in the ed tech program, and I'll design something like that you're a teacher educator speaking to the director of technology director. You would like a new program or software, some technology in your course. What are the things that you need to bring to the technology director? You know, different things like cost, sustainability, professional development. What are the main things that you need to bring? So whatever your course is, whether you're teaching triaging health patients, right? What are the questions that you start with when you're talking? If you're in education and you want to have the students role play that they're a teacher speaking to maybe a frustrated parent about whatever challenges are going on in the classroom with their child, you can do that as well. So you really structure this. It could be for business, it could be a project management, or if you're consultant, or even consultant, a management consultant, what are the first things that you want to make sure you cover in your initial consultation? Whatever it is, you can design your role play to be relevant for that class as far as what that content is and their future roles they're going to apply this to in their jobs. So what you'll do is just design all the instructions. And this is something you need to practice, kind of play around with, because it's completely different as far as setting it up. You really have to get down to what exactly do you want to put in your instructions to get the students to the point to kick out what you want them to learn, basically, or what you want them to state. Maybe it's the top 3 key points about such and such, or what's the initial question you're going to ask, or whatever the case may be. Excuse me. So you'll just really kind of play around with that, but then you also design the persona of the AI. So you can name them, give them an image, give them personality. Are they frustrated? Are they supportive? How do you want AI to react to your student in their persona? So it is very engaging. I'd have to say you might want to put a limit on this. Some students just keep going. It is very engaging to do that. But definitely once you save it, that portion of it, I would definitely try it out, because you're going to have a preview option. As soon as you get all this saved, it'll do a preview option for you. And then you can go in as a student and see, does it lead you to the place you want the students to get to? And if not, you can then go in and edit that and make sure it does. So basically, when you're all done, you're going to have this role play scenario, student speaking to AI in some relevant, authentic scenario for their future roles. And then there's a reflection question at the end. So you can then award points to the students for the reflective question and for their actual interaction piece. So I would say something like in a minimum of 5 interactions, but no more than 20, something like that, so that there's some kind of limitations on these for students. I would definitely do that from what I've seen, because it can go on, and then you probably don't want to read those later. So it is something that tells the students, yes, you are speaking to AI. It's the first thing it says when they enter into the role play to do their discussion with that role, with the AI persona. So, anyways, you'll word points. You can also edit however you want that reflection question. You can say what were the three, main points you came to, or what was your recommendation, or whatever it is you're trying to get them to. And then on the right side, you see a sample one already. This is what it's going to look like when you get it all set up. And then it's going to say preview chat. You can see that on the right hand side of the larger image here. And that's where I would just try it out. So you can see if your students are actually getting to the point you'd like them to get to. Otherwise, maybe you need to revise some instructions. But it's very engaging. It definitely is a great interactive way to build relevance in your course, but also to get away from paper writing if you're worried about them, using AI to write a paper or whatever it is. This is actually something that they have to engage in and interact in. Really shows if they've paid attention to the content. So the other side I want to show of this is what it's going to look like for you when you're grading it. So when you grade this, you can see the entire conversation for your students. You can see if they got off track, or maybe they should have asked this question, or did they consider that? And then just like any other assignment, you can offer feedback on, whatever it is that you want to give them feedback on for their conversation. And then you can grade it there. Same thing with the essay. You can give feedback on the essay. Maybe they should have considered this or whatnot. So you can see, did they take it seriously? Did they get off track? Did they make an assumption that was inaccurate? Something that you might want to consider as well. So that's your instructor view from when a student submits it. So that's the brand new conversations. It's a really, really cool tool that students really have given us fabulous feedback on. I've seen it used for, I've seen it used in the health sciences as half of a final exam. So they do their final exam test and then they do the conversation for the other half, so that they're actually applying this as if they're talking to someone. You can use it as a midterm. You can just use it as extra credit, or even a like test review before they take their test. Any way you want to do that to kind of check if they're tracking on your content, if they're getting what they need to get out of it. I talked through a couple of these. These are just role-playing examples. Actually, I think I hit on most of these already, but director of technology, business consultant, parent meeting, health science. Yes, I did cover all this already ahead of time. Okay, so assignments. This one I really like, and it works the same. You do the purple plus, the create, and click on assignments, and then it gives you the double star option, which is your auto generate. That's at the top right of your screen when you're in the assignment. And then you can really dig into, I want this to be for this module, I want it to be for this item. I would definitely recommend that you try it for your course. Okay, so just to try out the tool, at least put in your course description from your syllabus and your learning objectives in here and see what assignments it comes up with. You can regenerate them as well. You might be pleased to find it's one you're already using. You might find that it'll show you one that's kind of half of what you're doing. Maybe there's another half you could add to it. Whatever it is, it's a great way to refresh your course, but to also analyze your own assignments, what they're doing. Or maybe you have an assignment that you dread grading every semester, or students seem to dread doing it. Excuse me. And then you could refresh it and then find a different one, perhaps. It's more engaging. So definitely I would try it out that way and see what it comes up with. Is this something that's useful? We've had a couple of faculty members that have done this for their whole course and really, really up their engagement with their students. Even doing this for journals for their feedback with their students, midterm feedback with their students. So that's kind of the AI tools in a nutshell. And what I did want to do is just quick reference. We do have a page that has the KB articles, the tutorials on any of these that I've just shown you. And it has, if you are interested in the Blackboard's trustworthy AI approach statement, they have that linked on this page. This is under the eLearn So gvsu.edu/elearn. And it has all these things that links back to the GVSU AI policy and website. So it's kind of a one-stop shopping if you're looking for things at GVSU as far as AI in learning goes. And I'm going to quick show this to you. I've already explained it, but I just wanted to show you how simple it can be when you're adding any of these, especially the assignment piece that I had mentioned from a time standpoint. I'll show you that one because the rest looks similar when you do journals or discussions. So I just did the purple plus, you saw me, and then I hit create again, like you would add any different item. And then here's where you have all of your options. Now I'm going to just do like, here's your AI conversations at the bottom. All the other ones are the same. I'm going to click on assignments. And this is where you see auto generate. Now I'm presenting on a wide screen. I have multiple screens in front of me. But if you're on a laptop, it'll just show those first 2 stars in the black box. And that's what you want to click on to auto generate. You don't have to do anything else. You can title it if you want. But then you just auto generate this. And then this is where I put in my course description and my learning objectives, but I'm going to just select something here so I can show this to you live. I hit select item. Then it goes back to my content. I need to find something that actually has content in it because this is my sample course. Okay. So we're just going to pick a document that has information on it and then come up with an assignment. It already comes up with different ones for you. You've got analyze, create, evaluate. So there's all kinds of already ideas, even just selecting an item without putting any description in there or objectives, which I would add if I was really digging into this for my course. I would add what learning objectives I want to cover, but it also can pull these things from your course as well when it's trying to come up with ideas. So probably I would use maybe half of one of these, tailor it. There's a mock scenario. There's all kinds of, some of these are extensive from a time standpoint. I'd probably use half of it. But anyways, you can then select it. I don't know which one. Let's select one. Sounds good. And then from here, you can edit it all you want. You can take out half of this, add something else, and then it'll put it right in your course like everything else. You add the points, the due date, just like you would anything. So that is the assignment piece, and that's the one that's kind of a fun one to try that in AI conversations. I would recommend you just giving it a try. But those things are available, and see, I already put it in my course right here that I can move it around where I would like it. But all of these are available in your Blackboard course already. There's nothing special you have to do. You can choose to use them, choose to not use them. But definitely they will increase engagement with your students. And we've had great, fabulous feedback from students on this. So hopefully that's helpful. If you need, you can certainly reach out to any of the e-learning instructional designers, and we can get on Zoom with you and show you a little bit deeper as far as what it looks like for your course, or if you have a scenario or something even in the organization, if there's something that you share out with other faculty members that you want to create when they can copy, we can help you with any of that. So thanks for listening, and for sure, please reach out if you need assistance. Thanks.